So we've really reached like the point where there's like two major things that we're like up against. We're like, it might be easier if we could have like a few moments to try a few of these, but um, like for example, like hand, like write them in hand with hand by hand. I know it's crazy, like it makes it like easier for you guys, but this might be like the last time ever in the history of the world that you guys are gonna handwrite this, to be honest. Like, so like this might be one of the last times you ever like handwrite this ever again in your entire life. But so and also it's not really that important, guys. I just like want to be like really prepared, so I don't like really bomb this. I know it would be nice to like not, but for me it doesn't really matter. Uh, so I know it's tough, guys. Like sometimes you study and you just don't do very well, you know. But you guys like need to sort of just like memorize this. I don't know if you guys like have experience doing this. So like for example, just real quick, like there's just two little things left, which is like the statement of cash flow and the statement of cash flow indirect method and the ratios pretty much that need to be memorized. Like it's not that hard to memorize this stuff. It's really not that hard, but it's kind of like boring and like you don't want to do it because it's like work very much. So like the cash flow, pretty much there's gonna be three parts to this, like the statement of cash flow. If you guys sort of like remember this, like the statement of cash flow is gonna the indirect method is gonna have like three major parts: operating activities, cash flow from operating, used from operating activities, cash flow for use from investing activities, cash flow used from used for financing activities, from used for, and then within those, it's gonna have net cash flow uh, from net cash flow used for, from. Okay. And the thing is, like, the operating activity has net income, top line. And after the financing activity, you'll have either a net income increase in cash or a decrease in cash, but then you'll have the cash balances from the beginning to the end of the year. So that's like the things that like make up this statement of cash flow. But like, there's gonna be within the operating activities, you see like there's like adjustments after net income. There's gonna be adjustments to reconcile net income to net cash flow from used for operating activities. Okay, so the main things are gonna be like things related to like depreciation, gain on sale of land, and then there's like gonna be those are the adjustments, and then there's gonna be changes in the operating assets and liabilities. So like those are like the really big things, and then like you'll still have things like AR, inventory, AP, expense payables, tax payables. And then you guys, I don't know if you guys remember like how to do this indirect method for this stuff. Like if it decreases inventory, then it goes up because like a decrease in inventory means like the inventory was sold. So like cash would go up. This is cash flow. Um, so like the cash flow from investing activities, anything related to like things related to investing, and then financing activity, anything related to bond payables or stocks. Pretty much is the gist of the statement of cash flow. So like the only way to like really know this is to like just like memorize it. To like look at this piece of thing and like to like maybe you could write it down a few times, to see like if you could get the format correctly. Um, but like that, you just have to memorize this. And then like finally, there's like this little thing here, which is like the ratios. This is a big one, and I'm like working towards like memorizing this. I only have like a few more hours before I have to take the thing, but a few hours is all you guys need. This isn't like amazingly difficult stuff, you know, and like pretty much like the working capital and like the current capital and quick ratio. Quick ratio is kind of obvious. It's like quick assets over quick current liabilities versus like current ratio, which is current assets over current liabilities. What is a quick asset, right? And then like working capital is gonna be like current assets minus current liabilities. So like the liquidity measures, like the liquidity ratios, are like really easy to memorize. You guys just have to think like, oh, working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Current assets minus current liabilities. Current ratio, right, is going to be current assets over current liabilities. Super easy. Quick ratio is going to be quick assets over current liabilities. Okay. So like the liquidity ratios are pretty easy to memorize. The problem is that the solvency ratios and the profitability ratios are a little more complicated. That you guys should like spend a little more time when you guys have some time to memorize the solvency ratios. Solvency ratios are a little complicated, but like the thing is, the time you probably won't see ratio of liabilities to stockholder equity, but like some of it's kind of obvious. It says like what it is. It'll be like ratio of liabilities to stockholder equity. It's like okay, that's kind of obvious. Like the ratio of fixed assets to long-term liabilities, like it's like that's pretty obvious, like word for word. You guys see? But then like the time interest earned for the solvency ratio, like income before income tax plus interest expense over interest expense. Okay, so like this one's a pretty big one to memorize. But then like and then you guys have like all these different profitability ratios, which are like really important. Um, but like a big thing about profitability ratios is that like half of it's gonna be related to like net income. So like net income's on the top of it, and then like the other half, like the return on common shareholders' equity and the earnings per share, you have to make sure to minus the preferred dividends. That's like a big part of it. But like the only way you guys can really do this is to really memorize this, like the format of the statement of cash flow, as well as the ratios, is like the only real way to like move forward with this. Um, so if you guys have any questions about that, you guys feel free to shoot any questions you guys might have. But I'm gonna probably have to end it here. That's pretty much it. For these videos, I got some stuff going on, so I'll like update this. But intermediate accounting pretty much is gonna start probably in a few months. If you know, a few weeks, probably by July 1st, so around like a week. So, looking forward to that, but it's gonna be really boring, really tough. Like intermediate accounting, it's gonna be like so fucking freaking annoying. Like I can already tell, it's gonna be such a bummer. It's gonna be such a pain to go through this, as well as like we're gonna have to be going through managerial accounting as well. So like we'll redo managerial accounting, so you guys know like about managerial accounting. Uh, but it should be good. There's a lot of stuff in managerial that's really useful. But managerial accounting and intermediate accounting up next.